It's funky.
Yeah.
Hey guys, day 23, and so now I got some glasses. Well, they're gonna be shipping to me because it's gonna be 2 weeks before they're ready. Some are different, and again, they rechecked my eyes and they said the same thing. My eyesight has not changed, so that was a good thing again. So right now I'm just gonna get some lunch somewhere and then head back home because I'm tired. Anyway. But I do need to do some walking again, get my cardio in because they said I need to start walking and doing more exercise and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, guys. See you in a few. Hey guys, so it is later on in the day, and I do mean later on in the day because one thing for sure, when I'm at my parents' house, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take my nap like I'm, a youngin'. It's going to happen, and it sure happened to get today again, day 2. So when I got back, now that German restaurant, I don't know how I end up there, but to be honest with you, where I wanted to eat wasn't open yet. I would have to wait another hour, and I wanted something, so I just got a chicken sandwich and a salad, and it was okay. It was okay. The salad was really good, but the chicken sandwich was okay. It is what it is. I've never ate there. I pass it all the time, and there was 2 other spots I noticed after the fact, and I was like, damn, I should have went there, but its options was limited for where I wanted to eat. So I did not finish. Absolutely did not finish. Definitely gonna finish tonight. I've read 2 more stories. Again, I'm enjoying it so far, but it just didn't work out. Where I feel like I'm really on vacation now. All right, so then I went to the bookstore, and initially I only went there for 1 item and walked out with 2. So I have finally got my hand on a Bell Hooks book. I've never read any of her book, All About Love, and I wanted to read this because I'm experiencing some changes right now in my life. There's a lot of death going around in my family, and a lot of complicated relationships that I've had, and I wanted to just get into this and take what I can from it, and I will review it, of course, but I think this is a more for feeding my soul, to feed and to cope with the changes that's happening, which is hard to talk about because I'm not ready yet, but I've been eyeing this, and then when I saw Lupita add this to her list, and I was looking at some other people, and this is one of the books that they recommend, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna get into her. And I've watched quite a few documentary on bell hooks, so I'm very familiar with her, very familiar with her thought process and how she talks about certain subjects. So, which is not new to me, but her books are new to me. So this will be my first time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time with this. And yeah. And then, of course, you guys know a journal mood is coming up. So I was in a stationery area. I was quite surprised how many stationery that they added to their section, because I've been there quite a few times and I haven't been in that section in probably about 3 or 4 months, and I did not even know that they carry Hobonichi. So that shocked me that they actually have the weeks. They do not have the cousins, and they may have had it probably sold out, but they had the weeks. But they had so many Japanese notebooks, some of the notebooks I've never heard of, and some of the paper quality was different. I was in that section for a long time, going through so many books, looking at the texture of the paper quality, and the size and the cost, and it was not bad. The price was very reasonable, so I was happy I did, because there is another stationery store that I do want to go to. I've been planning to, and every time I forget to go there, but it's very much on my list to go in Brooklyn. But I can't complain. So I picked up this. It's called MD notebook. I have no idea what it stands for, but I pick up this, and unfortunately I don't know if it's going to show up properly on the light, but there you go. So I picked this up. And this is not going to be used for nothing that you guys would expect. This is going to be where I'm going to start sketching ideas for things I want to make. And the paper, I was looking at the paper quality because I want to be able to use whatever, if I want to paint in it, if I want to draw. It's going to be my book where I am not an artist. I am not good at sketching, but sometimes I have things in my head that I want to do, and then I will forget. And I feel like if I have this notebook and I carry it with me, I can just at random time just draw, or create something that is in my mind and have it in here. And it is one of those where it's just gonna be for me, because I'm not an artist, so I know my drawing is not gonna look normal, like, fantastic, and it's not meant to be, but it's just for me to have. I'm also gonna do measurements in here as well, especially like my family, who, a few people who I'm okay with making stuff. I would just probably put their measurement in here, or something I want to make for them, or anything. But then again, this is going to be my creative. So I'm gonna bling out the cover. You know me, I'm not about this this pasty looking. Look at the sheet that comes with it. This is pretty nice. I would definitely put this in my regular journal. But as you can see, it is this is beautiful. What just fell? What just fell? Oh, so just some it's like a sticker where it has what volume, start, finish date. So I guess people can use this for tracking their library books or whatever, or their diary of, yeah, because it says from the library of, yeah. But I will just remove this and this. I'm definitely going to save this and use these in like a journal. I don't throw away nothing, stuff like this. But the cover is beautiful. It's just too white for me. But it has it's made in Japan, and it says MD paper. Again, I don't know what brand that is. So for those of you who are, let's see if it shows up right here. If those of you who are into Japanese paper, let me know. But it's very thick, and so it doesn't give me, again, a lot of this is in, but it does say prevent smearing and bleeding. but it doesn't tell me exactly what kind of paper they use. So I know I have to look it up, but the paper again is really for sketching. And yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not paper. It's thin, but it's not too thin, if that's the best way I can put it. But I love it. Again, I'm gonna bling it out a little, give it a nice cover, and that would be, but I'm probably gonna be using it later on with my mother. So let's talk about the fact that I picked up a nonfiction. Let's talk about nonfiction this year. So this year I read 2 nonfiction, guys. Two. And the first one is by Kai Miller, Things I Have Withheld. And I remember just how much I loved everything about this book. This was another book that was a 5-star for me. And I think when you think of nonfiction in essay form, it has to be really good to grab me, where I want to keep turning. Now, he really goes into his life as an immigrant living abroad, his journey at visiting countries in Africa as well as other countries in Caribbean, his sexuality, being around younger boys who are in poverty, but also having their sexuality affect how they live. He discussed so much in this. This is like one of those essays that you want to read over and over, because every time you read something, reread something, you discover something else. He makes you think. This is not like a collection where you're just gonna read through it and then that's it. No, it's like a thought process each time of him explaining his journey, his life lessons, and things that he is still learning and still dealing with, and how amazing his writing is. He knows how to hook you in. If you ever read any of his novels, you know what kind of writer he is. He's a poet, so of course his writing is gonna have a buttery feel to it. That's just amazing, and I absolutely love this well, I want to say short story, but it's not. It's essay form, but I really love this book, and I highly recommend that you read it. It is absolutely a necessary read. I think so many people, especially Caribbean, who you are into Caribbean books and authors and you want to learn more of their journey, you should pick it up. So that's a good one. And of course, How to Save Babylon, and you guys know how important this book is to me. I think this book came into my life at the right time. It was a book that I did not realize was going to be so important to me today. And there are things about this book that I have not been able to process in the last 4 days because of certain circumstances that changed recently. And I'm not ready to really even talk about it. I think I'm still going through the shock and the healing process that's taken a different turn, and I will get there, but I'm not there yet. But this book, I feel like I needed it. It really was a book that I was meant to read, and yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right right now, but it's a process. It's a process. It's a process. But if you haven't read these 2 books, highly recommend it. It is worth the read. Absolutely. There's just no flaw I can find in these 2 books. And especially if you want to read nonfiction, because nonfiction is such a hard genre to really get in for some of us. So if you find nonfiction books that are really good and really worth reading, read it. And these 2 are 2 of those books on the list that I feel like you should add to yours. So that's it for now. I'm gonna go back to this. Now, it's supposed to be date night, but we both sleepy. So I was ready to put on one of my little frickum dress, and but I'm looking at the dresses right now. I'm like, none of y'all getting worn tonight because we both tired. So yeah, there goes fun night for me. But I'm all right with that because I'm okay with sleeping. I am okay with that. So anyway, let me know what some of your favorite nonfictions that you've read this year, and that you would recommend, and like really good. So all right guys, see you guys in the next one. And yeah, the month is almost over, guys. The month is almost over. So I'm hoping to do some baking tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. But other than that, I am chilling. I'm gonna sleep and I'm not gonna feel no way about it. So see you in the next one. Bye.